If that goes well, I could see myself staying in for like at least another 5 years. But if not, I might look into getting my Red Seal.
Head out towards a skilled trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to this special series of the EdUp Canada podcast, Sea of Opportunities. In these short episodes, we're exploring two big questions. What do careers actually look like in the Royal Canadian Navy? And how has the Navy set up these men and women who serve our nation for success after leaving their career in the Navy? And to get these answers, we're joined by the crew members of the HMCS St. John's Halifax, who are going to talk about their own experiences and their own careers. And we're also going to talk to the men and women who serve these boats on shore to ensure they have all the support they need as they travel the world. It's like being on the ship while you're in your home. So without further delay, we bring you this special episode of the EdUp Canada podcast, Sea of Opportunities. Welcome back to the Sea of Opportunities podcast. I am joined now by Sailor First Class Martech Electrical. Mr. Mack has joined us today. Talk to us a little bit about what is a Martech Electrical? What do you do in an average day?
We do a lot of preventative maintenance. So we've got like a large variety of equipment across the ship. And a big part of that is just upkeeping it. We have to do corrective maintenance kind of just as it arises.
So how long have you been in the Navy?
I think about 8 years now.
And what are you thinking? Are you going to drive all the way to retirement? What's your view of the world?
I think it depends on how the next section of my training goes. So the next portion would be the Integrated Platform Management System course. And that's essentially just like the controls of like a lot of the machinery. If that goes well, I could see myself staying in for like at least another 5 years. But if not, I might look into getting my Red Seal.
Head out towards a skilled trade.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's one of the neat things about being in the Navy is the opportunity to keep training, keep advancing your skills, pick your own path in or out, whether it's 10 years, 3 years, 25 years, whatever it is, right? That's one of the benefits of joining. Why did you join?
Both my parents did trades. So when the time came to start like applying for like college or university, I really had no idea what I was doing. So this was kind of just an easy route where I knew I could get a job and make some progress.
Stable route, good opportunities, lots of great stuff you can do though, right?
Yeah.
How many deployments have you been on?
This would be my first. I've done like the lead up to deployments a couple of times, but I went off to do different coursing.
And you're doing a full 6 months across?
Yeah, 5 months.
You're doing the whole return in December. We've had a few people who've joined us for interviews that are only doing 3 months or 2 months for different reasons. I think communicators mostly.
A lot of our guys are getting swapped out. It's just so that they can fill like training billets.
Do you have a piece of advice for someone? You're still fairly new in. A piece of advice for someone thinking about joining the Navy, the careers, or just how to mentally prepare themselves, or kind of things they should be ready for. They're going to hit you from basic training on.
Yeah, like play the game. And I feel like that's a big part of that. Just go along with it. It can be stressful at times, but things do eventually get better. They'll, treat you like a human. Just kind of take it day by day.
I see what you mean by that. We've had other people talk about that. You got to just kind of get through it. It's not a negative thing. It's just, you got to get through the next day to the next day to the next day till it becomes a routine.
Yeah. Like I wasn't sure first initial contract I did, that was 4 years, if I would stay in. But after getting my technician training, I felt a lot like I was doing my job a lot more. I was doing a lot less busy work. And, I thought that was nice.
We've had a fun question we've asked a lot of guys. Favorite meal on board the ship?
I'd probably say steak night.
That's been the winner. That and the Tuscany sausage have been the two winners, but the steak night seems to be plowing through. And that was last night?
Yeah, it was.
Do you have a message for Canadians about the Royal Canadian Navy, or your own pride, or just something people should know about the work that you're doing?
Honestly, just that we exist. I feel like a lot of people, especially I'm from Alberta, they don't really think about the Navy, and, they don't really kind of know that it's, a thing. But, here we are.
You're not the first to say that just the fact that not enough Canadians know the Navy exists and we're doing important work around the world. This part of the reason we're doing this podcast is to let people know about the Navy and the careers that are available and the opportunities. So anything you'd like to say to family back home, friends or family back home you just want them to hear your voice and know something you're doing right now?
Hi, Oliver, I guess.
Got to have a little fun with it. I guess the last thing I'd ask you, what skill do you think you've developed more than anything else in the Navy? Not the logistics of doing the work, but what's a personal skill that you think you're better now because you're in the Navy?
Honestly, I think about that a lot. And I think it's being able to cope with boredom. Like you don't really feel like the itch to look at your phone as much, I find. You're not like kind of needing, I guess, that like constant stimuli. I feel like, it's nice to just take a second, step back and kind of relax.
A different kind of focus on life.
Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective. We're all addicted to these phones, and that's just something you think you've taken out of the Navy life.
Yeah, there's a lot of waiting around for things to happen, so you get used to it.
Well, thank you for joining us today. We do like to have these kind of quick interviews just to get a feel for what it's like on board and what people are doing with their careers. So thanks for joining us. We wish you fair seas and following winds and a safe sail, and look forward to welcoming you back into the harbor in December in Halifax. But really just thank you on behalf of Canadians for what you're doing. We're going to keep trying to spread the word. As you said, the more people know about the work the Navy's doing. So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thanks for listening to this special episode of the EdUp Canada podcast, Sea of Opportunities. If you like this episode, I hope you leave a review for us as it helps more people to discover the show. If you're interested in a career in the Navy, you can click on the link in the show notes to learn all about the Naval Experience Program. Thanks for learning with us.